It's the most wonderful time of the year! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's here! It's finally here! It's finally here! It's finally here! Oh my god! It's finally... Oh my god! It's finally here! I'm so fucking excited! It's gonna be so good! Remain calm. There is no need to freak out. But today is the day that Star Wars The Force Awakens finally hits cinemas. And we will be seeing it later on today. You will be seeing another video with us telling you whether or not this movie is good or not. The movie that we've been waiting for 10 years. But before that, we're going to get into a few things that we hope that this movie does, and we hope that episodes 8 and 9 do in the future of the Star Wars franchise. These are our top 10 hopes for the future of Star Wars.
At number 10 we have...
Oh my god, it's finally here, it's finally here, oh my god, I'm so fucking excited! It's gonna be good, it's here.
This may become a regular occurrence. Star Wars is a money-making machine. Always has been, always will be. But we're starting off this list today with one of my personal hopes, and that is that money doesn't become the be-all and end-all. We live in a world where money drives a lot of decisions. Look at EA. I want Disney to understand that Star Wars is a very precious thing. That oversaturation is not going to help anyone. I mean, in the short term, I don't want decisions being made because they can make a lot of money off the back of them. By that I mean I don't just want them to churn out everything they can with the Star Wars license slapped upon it. We've actually had a lot of that in the build-up to this episode and in years prior between the prequels and the new trilogy. We've seen the Star Wars license dampened as more and more companies are able to make Star Wars branded things. Get a hold on that, make quality products, not quantity products.
Our ninth hope for the future is that the man who started it all, the legend that is George Lucas, stays the hell away from our Star Wars. Now, we have a lot to be thankful for Mr. Lucas. He brought us Star Wars. He gave us these great characters, this wonderful story, these monumental moments of cinema. However, I'd prefer it if he stayed well away from the directing chair for the next... ever. George Lucas is a visionary. He is not a man of practice. He's the man who nearly single-handedly destroyed Star Wars before it could have even entered its second generation. If George Lucas really wants this saga to continue and continue bringing him in that dollar bills, y'all, he should stay well away from the franchise and allow people with different visions and different creative control to make memorable products that we're going to remember for years to come. Nothing personal, George, but no. Just no.
In conclusion, no. At number 8, a relatively quick one. No reboots ever. No clips, no jokes, just no. Ever. Michael?
Damn, you scary. In at number 7, we know it's already on the way, but for when it does open, we want that Star Wars land to be the best goddamn thing of all time. Right now, over at Hollywood Studios in Florida, in, you guessed it, America, they are making Star Wars Land, an entire section of a theme park based around the Star Wars saga. It will probably contain elements from all 3 trilogies, which is goddamn amazing. However, since we already have Star Tours and its brilliance, we want an expansion of that. We want to be taken on different journeys in the Star Wars universe by different things, different rides, different shows, different audience experiences. We want to be able to live in the world of Star Wars. It has to look good, it has to sound good, it has to be a wonderful experience for all the family. And let's remember that is a family experience. We want to be able to bring a 4th generation into the Star Wars family. And this theme park is a great way to do it. You've done great with Star Tours so far, Disney. Don't screw this up.
At number 6, something I'm very sensitive about. Something I'm actually relatively worried may happen sooner rather than later. It's important that this new trilogy, as much as I want it to be new and different and exciting, has to match tropes that both trilogies that exist already have. That is a conclusion. An open-ended conclusion, sure, but a conclusion. What I'm trying to drive at is, I don't want it to be the money-making machine of Disney that we touched on earlier, turning this from episode 7, 8 and 9 into 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, when George Lucas wrote the Star Wars screenplay back in the day, it was a 12-part saga. and I do hope to live to see the day when that is realised in full. But there has to be a distinction between this trilogy and whatever trilogy is in the future. To do that, you have to give the Star Wars franchise some respite. There has been 10 years between the last Star Wars trilogy and the new one. We're getting the spin-off, so we're going to be getting a higher amount of Star Wars films in a set amount of time, but there has to be a definitive end. Come episode 9, I want there to be a full stop. The Star Wars film franchise is rattled down for a good 10 years or more before we then get a new trilogy with episodes 10, 11 and 12. That's not too much to ask, is it, Mike?
I don't think it is, so don't do it. In at number 5, we want to see an expansion of the Star Wars canon and an expansion of the universe outside of the Marvel comics. This one's pretty simplistic. The Marvel comics are great, they're fantastic, some of the best work of Star Wars, arguably. However, not everybody is going to want to read a comic book. Not everybody is going to want to sit through a 3-hour movie. There should be an expansion of Star Wars in a way that many people can relate to. That's including better video games, that's including a possible TV series, that's including more cartoons, that's including more novels. That could possibly include bringing some of the legends back into canon. Right now the Star Wars canon is a bit of a mess. We know that the 6 movies are canon, we know that some of the video games are canon, we know that the current Marvel comics are canon, and not much else. A lot of stuff has been left in the grey area. It would be really nice to see what actually counts as canon, what is inside the Star Wars story, and what is just pure imagination. A great handling of the franchise so far, Disney, but we need to know what is and what isn't in continuity. And not only that, we want to see that continuity continue and keep it to a high standard. It's a tough job, but you've got to do it.
For boring people like Mike.
Yes!
At number 4 is great quality video games. So far, we've seen Battlefront. Less said about that, the better in my opinion. A big old missed opportunity rushed out for the first films. Cynicism aside, I do sincerely hope that we're about to see truly great Star Wars games. In my opinion, there has not been a truly fantastic 5 out of 5 Star Wars game since 2005. There's not even that many prior to that. This is a great console generation at the moment with unprecedented level of power. That means there are tools out there to create truly fantastic Star Wars action adventure games, MMOs, racing games, RPGs. I'd even take an interactive story. Ask Michael how much I dislike them.
He doesn't like them at all.
Exactly! I'd play a Star Wars one. That's saying something.
In at number 3, we're seeing Star Wars take a meteoric rise in the amount of stuff it's able to produce, but these spin-offs need to mean something. Now, we're all excited for Rogue One, that much is true. We'd be excited for the idea of a Han Solo movie that's apparently happening, that much is equally true. We'd be excited for a Boba Fett movie, we'd be excited for a Mace Windu movie. Hell, I'll even take the life and times of Boss Nass as long as you make it mean something. It's easy to make a spin-off, it's easy to make a diversion to the story, but making it matter to Star Wars, making it fit into the expanded universe, making it an enjoyable experience, that is the true challenge and something which Disney really need to rise to.
At number 2, and there is no more fertile ground than right here and right now for this to happen. It's something that, in my opinion again, we have actually never seen from Star Wars, and that is a grade A, bona fide, amazing Star Wars TV show. We currently live in the golden age of TV with the likes of Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Narcos, so on. You've got Netflix, Amazon Prime, and every TV channel in America pumping out great TV show after great TV show. There is no better time for a Star Wars TV show than right now. With the massive array of directors, actors, and production people that can make these amazing TV shows on smaller budget than you would maybe think, there could not be a better time to delve into that expanded universe and pull out a gritty, down-to-earth Star Wars story unlike anything we're ever going to see in the movies themselves. I cannot tell you how much I hope this happens. I think they're going to take a stab at it as they have done with the Marvel Universe. But Disney, please make this more Daredevil and less Gotham.
And our top hope for the future of Star Wars is a simple one. We just want it to continue. Star Wars means so much to so many people that to see it end here on only its third generation of fans would be a travesty against its own quality. Star Wars is the greatest story ever told. We've said this multiple times, but we don't want that story to end.
The machine that is Disney can keep Star Wars going continuously. Even if the new films come out with terrible, terrible reviews, it'll just keep on going. And there'll always be some residual money from those old fans that just can't let go of the past. But that isn't the point. We want Star Wars to thrive and grow. Get new fans. Even start to pass us by a little bit. I'm okay with that. As long as I know that my kids and their kids and their kids and their kids can enjoy Star Wars just the way that me and Michael have.
We don't want the phrase, "Hey, do you remember Star Wars?" to ever be said, ever. It's on you, Disney. And there we have it. The penultimate video in Star Wars Week is complete. The next time you see us on this channel, when we finally have seen The Force Awakens in all of its glory. Or perhaps not so much glory. Can you feel that?
I can feel that.
I sense a disturbance in the Force. It's coming from back here. Don't fuck this up, Abrams.
That's my DVD.
Oh, sorry.